And today, President Biden is set to announce new measures in the fight against COVID-19. He's expected to say that federal workers must show proof that they've been vaccinated or submit to strict testing. The move comes after the CDC reversed its indoor mask mandate in parts of the U.S. as the Delta variant continues to spread. So Laura Podesta is in New York. Laura, good morning.
Good morning, Anne-Marie. The president is expected to announce these new rules during a speech today. They come as public health officials worry that another deadly surge is arriving this fall. Rising COVID infections are prompting new mandates for people to get vaccinated and wear masks.
We will not comply! We will not comply!
Despite a summer surge fueled by the more contagious Delta variant, over 100 million eligible Americans have yet to get a shot.
The pandemic we have now is a pandemic of the unvaccinated.
Today, President Biden is expected to unveil new rules for all federal workers and contractors. They'll either have to get vaccinated or submit to regular testing and social distancing rules.
Please, 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 if you're not vaccinated, protect yourself and the children out there. It's important.
The CDC says COVID hospitalizations and deaths will likely increase in the coming weeks, but the agency also noted that vaccination rates have started to rise again.
If we get people vaccinated who are not yet vaccinated, if we mask in the interim, we can halt this in just a matter of a couple of weeks.
Companies large and small are putting in their own restrictions.
It's a little confusing, but I am requiring everybody to wear a mask because we're a family business. We have many children who cannot get a vaccine.
Starting today, Apple is requiring customers and staff to wear masks inside about half of its U.S. stores, while Facebook and Google said employees must be vaccinated before they return to their offices. A union representing federal law enforcement officers said the president lacks the authority to force them to get vaccinated, calling it a clear civil rights violation, Anne-Marie.
Yep, Laura Podesta in New York. Laura, thank you very much. Well, one of the states hit hardest by the pandemic is Mississippi, and one doctor there is taking on the widespread hesitancy to get vaccinated. Omar Villafranca reports.
COVID patients are again filling up the rooms at St. Dominic's in Jackson. For the doctors and nurses,
I'm very concerned about PTSD. I'm worried about burnout. I'm worried about them questioning their choices of going into healthcare.
Mississippi continues to have one of the nation's highest rates of infections and one of the lowest vaccination rates.
Non-vaccinated, non-vaccinated, non-vaccinated.
On Tuesday, there were also 6 more reported deaths, including a child. In the past week, more than 38,000 new cases were reported nationwide, just among children. Back in Mississippi, the COVID map now looks like this. Red indicates the highest level of community transmission.
How do you not get frustrated or angry every day coming into work? I think you do.
Dr. Reginald Martin caught COVID and was a patient at his own hospital.
2 weeks before my hospitalization, I rode a bike 75 miles. 2 weeks after my infection, I couldn't walk to the bathroom without getting short of breath.
Now, he combats hesitancy.
What do you tell them? How do you ignore, or how do you logically choose to not get vaccinated? It's incredibly frustrating to know that you could have done something different, that you are potentially a threat to my health.
73 patients are being treated here at St. Dominic's for COVID, but there's another issue here. The lack of nurses. St. Dominic's has about 100 openings for nurses. This was a problem before the pandemic, but many are worried that this pandemic could scare people away from the profession. Omar Villafranca, CBS News, Jackson, Mississippi.